All right, thanks, Jonathan. Appreciate it. How about another round of applause for Hakeem Olajuwon, Clyde Drexler, and Ime Udoka. Well, welcome, gentlemen. It's great to be here. It's an honor, as always, to be back here at Toyota Center as we are about set for another season here with the Houston Rockets. We got our brand new head coach with us, and Ime Udoka, and obviously, Coach, there's a lot of excitement for this next phase, this season, and this new group. What can we expect from your team this season?
Thank you all for coming out today. It's great to see everybody. You know, for us, we really want to change the perception of the organization and the struggles we've had for the last few years. And so put a product out there, a hard-working, unselfish group out there of young, talented guys. We added some great veterans and really want to change the product and give you a winning environment and winning culture out here.
So, Clyde, what are your thoughts on this new group this year?
Well, the first and foremost, how's everyone doing? I'm delighted. The guy to your right is a difference maker. So when you have a leader, a guy who's been to the NBA Finals, now leading your team, the whole perception has changed, the culture has changed. I think we're going to get back to our winning ways.
And Dream, Ime just mentioned about getting back to, and Clyde as well, getting back to those winning ways. Obviously here in Houston, there's a long, rich winning tradition that you two were a part of. Do you get the sense that Ime is the right man to lead this team back to that area and that tradition, kind of get it back here with this Houston Rockets franchise?
Oh, there's no question about that, you know, especially what he accomplished already as a coach. So the players, I think they respect him. They know that they have to work so hard to please the coach. And I think the most important thing is how do you motivate the guys to give their best, you know, where they believe. I've told one of the guys there, all my season in the NBA, there's not one single season I don't believe you can win it all. So you have to believe that. And I think you can communicate that to the guys.
You have connections with both of these guys. We'll start over here again with Clyde. You're a Portland native. You grew up idolizing Clyde Drexler. He was one of your bigger basketball influences as a kid. What is it like for you personally now to be part of an organization where Clyde Drexler represents us all so proudly?
Yeah, it's a crazy story for me. You know, watching him, first listening on the radio with my father, all the Blazer games back in the day, and wearing number 22 in high school. But this is the reason I started playing basketball. And so got to meet him when I was a younger kid at some basketball camps. And the last few years when we come here into town and he was doing radio and TV, I got the chance to talk to him. So it's an honor for me to, you know, kind of go full circle and be around the guy that I idolize and the reason I started playing basketball in the first place.
That's pretty, I mean, obviously you've had a lot of influences on a lot of people, but it is really special and neat that somebody, again, who grew up watching you play, you had such a big influence on, is now the leader of this franchise.
Well, that's a tremendous... Hello? All right, you got me. That's a tremendous compliment. And Ime, obviously, a man of great integrity. He's done things the right way. I remember when Ime was trying to make the team with the Spurs, your rookie year. I was doing the game with Warrell and all the guys, and he came over and said, "Hey, Mr. Drexler, I was at your camp. I'm from Portland. I'm trying to make this team. And let me tell you something. I grew up watching you, and I love you." He said, "It's a pleasure to meet you." I've been a fan ever since. Let me just but not only does he have great integrity, you know, he's done it the right way. He's a heck of a player, heck of a talent when he was in the NBA. Paid his dues, became a coach, assistant coach under Popovich, had proved his mettle, took the Celtics to the NBA Finals. I mean, here's a guy who, if you don't play great defense, Hakeem would love that. And if you don't play hard, you are not going to play for Coach Udoka. So that's why I know things will change here in Houston.
And speaking of defense, we have one of the greatest, if not the greatest defender in the history of the sport here sitting next to me. And Hakeem, there are some ties with you as well. Ime, your father is of Nigerian descent. You represented the Nigerian national team. And Hakeem, it seems on some kind of level, it was sort of meant to be for Ime to now be a part of this organization as well.
It's amazing. I remember when you guys came to Houston, the Nigerian national team, and I was so impressed to see how you played that game. You know, his style of play, very physical, skill. That was the first time I recognized you. Now to see you now coaching the Rockets, I'm excited, really. You know, so.
And for me, being with the Nigerian national team and representing the country my father came from, we came down to Houston to train, and Hakeem came to our practices, watched us scrimmage, and then I don't know how many Nigerians we have in here, but he took us to finger licking. Took us to one of the Nigerian restaurants here in town, and so he was a great ambassador, obviously a guy that everybody idolized with the Nigerian team, and tried to follow in his footsteps.
Well, folks, again, I am flanked by two legends of the game, Hakeem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler. Your new head coach of the Rockets, Ime Udoka, as well. Thank you all so much for coming out here this afternoon. We are pumped, we are excited, and we are ready for the start of the season. Thank you so much for your support. We look forward to seeing you out all season long here at Toyota Center. Thank you so much for coming out. Gentlemen, we appreciate your time, and enjoy the rest of your day, and go Rockets. Thank you so much.